What's up, guys? Pakistani rapist here. So yesterday some white guy decided to appropriate Muslim and African culture by grabbing some knives and going around stabbing random people. Except this guy decided to specifically target only Muslims. And honestly, after everything that I saw happen, not just in the UK, but across Western Europe for the last 10 years, it's really difficult for me to care about this, honestly. It's actually kind of pathetic to see all of these Muslims having this meltdown on social media, talking about how they don't feel safe after only one of these attacks. It's like, how many of these attacks took place at the hands of Muslims or Africans or whatever other foreigners against white people? How many of those stabbings took place? And you're telling me that these Muslims are crying and bitching about them not feeling safe after only one? I'm sorry, but if you don't feel safe, then maybe you should off back to Pakistan. And you know how all of these Muslims and leftists would always tell white people to not get angry, to not cause division, to not look back in anger, to not use these stabbings for their political gain whenever it was white people being targeted? Yeah, well, guess what? All of those people are now using this attack for their political gain. All of them are blaming Rupert Lowe and Elon Musk for this, because Rupert Lowe recently came out with his grooming gang inquiry report, where he alleges that the Muslim grooming gangs have victimized, abused over 250,000 underage British girls. What they're basically trying to do by putting the blame on Elon Musk and Rupert Lowe is this is them trying to push for more censorship. These Muslims want you to not be able to talk about the disproportionate amount of problems that their demographic is responsible for. Last year, when everyone was talking about these grooming gangs, I remember seeing British Muslims with hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitter saying that the victims of these gangs gave consent. These people unironically tried saying that the underage girls, underage victims, gave consent to be abused by multiple grown men. Or I saw some other British Muslims saying that, oh, well, white girls are just sluts, implying again that it's the victim's fault, it's the underage girl's fault that they got abused. I also saw the mayor of London, who happens to be a Pakistani Muslim man. This guy to this day denies the existence of these grooming gangs. They don't give a single about what happens to white people. If it was up to them, no one would know about the grooming gangs. Anyone that tried to talk about the grooming gangs would be put in prison, and nothing would be done to stop these grooming gangs. They don't give a single about what happens to white people. So yeah, sorry, but I don't really care about what happens to them either. But I will also say that this attack is objectively immoral. It is obviously wrong to go around attacking random people on the street. And also, not to mention, but this is extremely brown-coded. And also, not only is this completely immoral, it is also counterintuitive. This achieves absolutely nothing other than it forces the government to take Islamophobia or racism more seriously. By doing something like this, you are forcing the government to crack down on free speech and on the people that are the loudest critics of migration and multiculturalism. You are literally giving ammunition to the enemy to use against you.